Hey everybody, welcome back to Crypto Buzz Daily. Today we've got just a few articles to cover. First, I want to take a look at the market overall. Some kind of big news going on is BNB actually just hit they hit an all-time high, and Binance posted it for 825.71. It looks like was the high, and it was hit, I guess, I don't know, maybe just a couple hours ago. Yeah, about 2 hours ago it looks like it was hit. But anyways, I mean, that's incredible. I haven't really been following BNB very much, but I saw it on Twitter. I mean, it's up in almost all facets, which is, I mean, it's amazing. It's doing incredible. But I'm moving on. Like I said, just got a couple articles to cover. First one is we're looking at the XRP correction that's happened over, I guess, the past week or so. XRP, it took a pretty steep fall, dropping almost 19%, it looks like, in just a single day, which is crazy. XRP price dropped 12.5% on Thursday, declining in tandem with the broader crypto market, which slipped 3% over the 24-hour period to 3.79 trillion. Let's see if we can find. So we're down from that number by about 0.03, it looks like. But anyways, despite this correction, analysts are terming this as a healthy pullback with double-digit XRP price targets still in play, which is nuts. That would be like a minimum 3x almost. XRP's price dropped as much as 19% to an intra-day low of 295 on Thursday from its multi-year high of 366. Data from Cointelegraph, Market Pro, and TradingView shows cascading liquidations and thinning liquidity fuels XRP drop over leveraged longs that got flushed across the board. So what does this mean for us though? Crypto stocks, just the markets in general, never just go straight up. Obviously, you know, they have to pull back some. That's a healthy thing to happen. I think of it as like a kind of a balloon getting too full. Sometimes you just need to let some air out before it bursts. This correction is basically just some sort of extra air escaping, making the market stable for the next leg up. Basically just allowing us not to just shoot up like we have, you know, just like this. We want to stay up where we're at. We don't want to drop, right? So when it goes too far up too fast and there's no correction, things just kind of, they hightail it down, you know? So this, I would say that this correction is good, and that's what this is also saying. It's a very, very healthy pullback for the market. For XRP, it ran hot and it ran fast, reaching 360. So a pullback to even $3 range helps shake out the weak hands and lets new buyers come in at a better price. And some analysts are still seeing double-digit targets like $10 or even $15, which is crazy if the broader market stays strong. Long story short, dips are normal. Corrections are healthy, and if you're in for the long haul, it's a part of the journey. We got a couple more things in this article that are just kind of funny. Hulk Hogan and Aussie meme coins, well, not funny, but meme coins soar as tributes roll in over Icon's death. Meme coins inspired by the late wrestling legend Hulk Hogan and Black Sabbath rocker Ozzy Osbourne skyrocketed as tributes floated over the two popular icons' death this week. Terry Bollea, better known by his wrestling ring name, Hulk Hogan, was reportedly pronounced dead in the hospital on Thursday at the age of 71 after medics arrived at his home to answer a call about a possible cardiac arrest. This comes just days after Ozzy Osbourne's death as well. So it's kind of cool to see that those meme coins are skyrocketing, kind of just as a tribute to those two icons. And as well as Ethereum, it says in this article as well, Ethereum will knock on 4,000 soon outperform Bitcoin. Rapidly growing institutional interest in Ethereum could trigger a supply shock and position Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin in the next 6 months, says Gality Digital CEO Michael Novogratz. There's not a lot of supply of Ethereum, and so I think Ethereum probably has a chance to outperform Bitcoin in the next 3 to 6 months, Novogratz told CNBC on Thursday. If Ethereum takes out 4,000, it goes into price discovery, he said, referring to that level that represents an approximate 8.5% jump from Ethereum's current price, 36.18, which I think is actually not correct at the moment. I think it's more like 38.60. So we're actually up quite a bit. So we are. I mean, we're steadily moving upwards. Ethereum which is amazing, and it's helped a ton that we've had plenty of companies dumping more and more into Ethereum. So we'll see where that goes. Like I said, part of this reason is because of a supply shock. I mean, there's just way less Ethereum floating around than before. There's burning fees. Every time you see Ethereum, a bit of Ethereum gets burned, deleted, gone forever. Sorry, every time you use it, I mean. There's also staking. Tons of Ethereum is locked away to help secure the network, with stakers earning rewards for helping out. Picture putting money into a safe deposit box. It's there, but you can't see it or use it for shopping. And with so much of that Ethereum off the market and more people wanting it, the rules of supply and demand kick in. Lower supply plus rising demand usually means prices go up. That's what analysts mean when they talk about the Ether supply shock. Ethereum could become scarcer and more valuable, especially if big players, investment firms, and whatnot start gobbling it up, like we've seen in the past couple weeks. And like I said in this article, even Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz thinks Ethereum might soon outperform Bitcoin for a while if this trend continues, which I think is also just incredible. Tether Gold. Why is crypto token backed by gold making news? Tether Gold, or XAUt, is a digital asset, a stablecoin that represents actual gold. Think of it as owning a bar of gold, but you never have to lug it around. It's digital, and each token is backed by real physical gold stored in a vault. Demand for Tether Gold is way up this year, with nearly 250,000 tokens in circulation and the market cap climbing over 800 million as of mid-2025. That tracks with the price of gold itself, which hit record highs this year of up to 27% since January, even reaching over 3,500 an ounce recently. Why? Uncertainty, like trade wars, inflation worries, and geopolitical drama, which makes people want to invest in safe things such as gold, which is the classic safe haven. So Tether Gold is just a modern day way for folks to hold gold without the hassle of vaults or security guards. In a digital way, we can see in this article here, a volatile macroeconomic landscape has sparked a new gold rush among institutional investors and central banks, with gold bullion hitting record highs this year. A trend has also extended to Tether's gold-backed digital token. By the end of the second quarter, Tether Gold, a tokenized commodity offering direct exposure to physical bullion, was backed by 7.66 tons of fine troy ounces of gold. According to the company's latest attestation report, verified by BDO Italia, this reserve supports over 259,000 tokens in circulation, giving the asset a total market capitalization exceeding 800 million. The price of Tether Gold closely tracks the market value of physical gold, which is trading just below 3,400 per ounce, effectively bringing this token onto the blockchain, combining the timeless appeal of yellow metal with the portability, divisibility, and redeemability features commonly associated with Bitcoin. So this is kind of reaching, headlines just because of how high up it's been going with gold shooting up recently. With Tether allowing for users to not only invest in gold, but invest in it in a digital way that, like in this article says, is portable, divisible, redeemability features, which are just, commonly associated with Bitcoin and other cryptos and such. But moving on, last but not least, Bitcoin and a $120,000 price target. Larger price swings next is the title. Bitcoin's eyeing $120,000 per coin, fueled by some pretty wild macro events. One of the biggest drivers, a pause in the trade war between the US and China. Both countries did a 90-day timeout on tariffs, fancy word for taxes on imports, which boosted not just traditional markets but also gave Bitcoin a larger shot in the arm. With tariffs lowered, US tariffs on Chinese goods dropped from 140% to 30%, and China cut theirs from US goods to 125 to 10. Trade flows smoother, uncertainty drops, and investors feel braver about riskier assets like Bitcoin. Prediction markets are putting the odds at a 76% that Bitcoin ends 2025 around 120, with decent chances of 130 and even 150 if things get rowdy, which is not bad if you get in early. Also in this article we see it says data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Bitcoin USD trading a key reclaim area, now attempting a daily close above its 100-day simple moving average. The pair held onto a rebound area near 140,000 as the market forgot one of the largest ever Bitcoin sales. The uptick came amid news that China and U.S. had agreed to further delay the introduction of reciprocal tariffs on trade. Market participants thus focused on the key levels to look for getting into the new week. Bitcoin needs to break above 119.5 for a big move. If that doesn't happen, this consolidation will continue. Crypto investor and entrepreneur Ted Pillows summarized this post on X by saying, "I think Bitcoin could break above this level next month, which will start the next big leg." Wrapping this all up, what do these articles mean in conjunction to each other? For one, XRP is not actually doing as bad as it looks. It's just a speed bump, and it is very much so healthy. With Ethereum, we've got less Ethereum going around, which is a lot more demand, potentially explosive price action. Maybe time to invest in some more Ethereum with that thought in mind. Tether Gold, digital gold is booming because regular gold is booming, and people like their digital piggy banks. It's so much easier than lugging around gold. It's easier to divide it. It's just a more easier way to invest in gold. In Bitcoin, 120,000, not pipe dreams, Global politics, especially a calm moment between the US and China, are opening the door for bigger price swings and new highs. Crypto is always a roller coaster, though. Just a reminder, what goes up must come down and vice versa. Corrections and rallies are just signals of a healthy, if sometimes wild, market. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you guys learned something. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment y'all's thoughts on what's going on in the market at the moment, and turn on that bell notification so you guys don't miss any posts about important news. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.